So I don't even start no videos like this. 'Cause I thought I might try to, let me just try to do myself, but I know that's not important. I really want to do this right. So I'm gonna ask if you like and subscribe, if you agree with it. Some people just ask you like and subscribe off rip, but if you agree it or you want to help with this, then like and subscribe and share with people, like-minded people, because that's what I'm here for, anyways. I don't really care about anyone else. Um, yeah. So this. Yeah, I forgot to take the maintenance off though. I was putting in some of these videos, but this is the website for the black tax, right? But not to really get on this. This I'm just telling you, you can go here to see my ideas and shit. This is basically the shit that they'll kill me for. The governments and all that, they'll kill you for this type of shit, right? That's why I'm not really like sharing it, everyday talk. But this is the shit, right? And you can see the website, right? But really, I just want to speak on this, right? And explain this shit to people because I'm realizing a lot of people just don't understand simple shit, right? Oh my jaw and shit. And this ties into the Twitch. You see the Twitch up there, right? Um, so basically, this is the best thing I could find. They don't really have none because they probably don't want people explaining this shit properly, right? So, but like this, right? This is the world, right? Or let's say America and Canada. Yeah, I probably understand that better, right? English speakers too. So boom. In our society, in our countries and shit, this is basically how it is, right? Money, it's money circulation, right? Now, where some of that money comes from, you be realizing it's come from some fucked up shit, Epstein's list. But so basically, this is what's going on, right? Yeah, I should have found something else. Whatever, don't matter. Basically, I said this is a corporation. Yeah, that's why. This is a corporation, right? Basically, we're working for the corporations, right? And we go to school for the corporations to eventually start working there. And then you work there. For the trappers, yeah, you trap and do these things. But that drug money goes up the line to some of these corporations as well because they're involved in it and the government shit. So you part of the thing too, right? So the thing is, what we're doing right now is we're buying or we're working for these corporations for the most part. Shout out to the business owners. But your product comes from a corporation though, or some piece of it, right? So we working for them. Plus, we're coming home and we're spending a lot of time giving our time towards them, right? Especially if you're a bad parent. If you're a bad parent, you come home, you just watch TV. You don't really put nothing else into your kids. I know that's how I grew up, right? Right. A lot of people won't admit to be having a bad parent or being a bad parent. If you come home and most of your time is you don't can't even put an hour into your kid every day, you're a bad parent. So what you do is you're giving your time in exchange for money to the corporation, right? Then you go home, you watch TV. I wish actually I should have came up with some new shit, but whatever, or with some more examples, right? But then you watch TV, right? See this little house. Say you're in your house watching TV, right? The TV company, that's a whole new revenue since that shit done popped off. So now they're using the money, right? They're getting money from their TV shows for how many viewers they get. Just like now it's changed to like Twitch and YouTube streaming and videos, right? On the internet. They're using that money where the corporations are using using the money that they already gotten from you or working for them and making and buying their shit, right? You work for them, the other people buy this stuff, they make all the money, right? Now they're paying these companies, the TV and now with the streaming, money to advertise for them, right? So you got to think the same people that are giving you money, that are paying you to work at their plantations. That's why they call a lot of places are called plants, nuclear plant. You know what I'm saying? What do you call them bitches? I forgot what them shit's called. But the plant because of plantation, right? So they're using that money that they make off that, and they're paying advertising, right? Because the thing is, the advertising shows a certain amount of people are gonna buy more of that shit just because of the advertising, cause brainwashing, right? Most times you don't even really need the shit. So what y'all are doing now, and then you bring in streamers like Kai Cenat and all of that people, all of those people, right? That's why you see the shit where they're trying to get all the streamers, right? Because this corporation money. The streaming companies in itself is turned into corporations, right? It's corporation money, right? What I'm telling people, because somebody's left a stupid ass comment, which I might bring it up. I might, cause I'm start making more videos like this, since I guess people like, I don't care about being coming on a real video game content like Peanut or none of them niggas, bro. Don't give a fuck, right? I'm trying to be here for my people and show you the fucking way, cause y'all really need to be shown, because y'all just leave comments every day. What do we do? What do we do? It's like it's so simple, bro. But holy shit. But let me get back to it. As I think a lot of people don't fuck with me because I just let people know how stupid they are, right? But see, now I'm gonna have to make more videos and chop them up, bro. Cause I'm gonna be saying all type of shit. But all right, let me just focus on. I'm probably not gonna get exactly where I was. Let me try to figure something out. Okay. Basically, yes, the corporations, right? So basically, it's like the corporations are damn near paying us to work for them, right? And with that money, we're gonna go and put money into other corporations. It's like a lot of these people own the same shit too. You put money into back into just corporations in general, and then you go home, and then those corporations give the TV people and all that shit, and the streaming people and all that shit money to run ads that eventually get you to buy more of their shit. So it's a circle, right? And if you ever worked in one of these places, like even at a warehouse level, you will figure out that they always want, or if you took any business classes, they always want growth, right? That's why people complaining about immigration is stupid, because you have to go after the corporations. The corporations want us, even though obviously people get bankrupt, shit like that. They want us. They want to keep on growing. So the only way to keep on growing is the population grows, whether that's through birth, which takes longer technically than, it might be better, but it takes longer than actually, because you got to birth a whole bunch of people and said, oh, let's ship in a whole bunch of 20, 30-year-olds already ready to work. It makes sense. Of teens ready to learn and then work. That makes more sense. So they always want growth, and that comes from slavery, right? So y'all be like, oh, this shit, da da da. It comes from slavery. I've read this shit. That's part of the reason why they whip slaves, right? My people. That's why I'm here for my people. They whipped us to make us produce more, right? Instead of just getting, you could easily just get more slaves. I'm pretty sure they're making, once you have a certain amount of slaves, you're making money, so get more slaves. But no, they would whip us because they wanted to get the maximum profit out of one slave, right? Which is why you understand why I told you, it's called a plantation, right? What they call them, car plants. On places where they make shit, they call it plants because it's a plantation. It's the newer version. I'm trying to leave that shit. Right? Some of y'all want to stay, right? So my thing is, with the invention, or with the whatever you want to call it, with streaming and the video, like video websites like YouTube and shit come about, they made it so the regular person could now make content, and then they could run their ads through regular people. Not you don't gotta be a superstar, you don't gotta be a superstar network. You could be a regular person, right? My thing is, y'all doing it wrong, where you're just becoming another corporation. Like, so I'm talking about like Kai Cenat and them. So they get all this money. They might give a little back. I'm not gonna deny that. I've seen people give some certain things back. I've seen them help. But when you're talking about really helping a society or like a group, like at least a few thousands of people, that shit ain't gonna do nothing. That's not gonna do nothing at all, right? So my thing is, it's free money, right? Now they could change what it is if we start doing certain shit, of course, but it's free money. So if you got a good amount, see, I don't got no friends and none of that. I can't really ask for. I really try to ask from like my mother's and her friends. They didn't give a fuck enough because it's like I know that they don't really see the vision. You know, like Max B said, the vision. They don't see the vision, so that's why they ain't putting no work into it. People always, like I say, you want to put more work into satisfying these corporations. That's why you're an idiot. But you know what I mean? All right, let me get back into the shit. Right. So now you could have your own basically company, right? People tuning into your shit, right? Your own little TV company, right? Anyone can do this. Anyone, you can have friends, you can have family to tune in to your streams, and that's gonna make money. Obviously, you gotta be monetized. Once you're monetized, right? They can tune into that. You don't even have to be doing shit. Now they can come back later and realize motherfuckers ain't doing it. That's different. The point is you gotta actually try this shit, right? You don't have to do shit, right? You don't even have to have. It could be a black screen, right? But you know, I'm pretty sure people would like to give some type of content, right? It could be black screen, but you have certain family members. You got family members. You know, that's brothers, sisters, cousins, distant cousins, grandparents, da da da. You have 10, 20, 30 motherfuckers. So right there, you can have 10, 20, 30 people in your chat, and that's making money, and that's making money for the family. And then you all can do it, and you can all support each other, right? Right? But this is what I have to say. You people are stupid. That's why you're not doing it. The only reason you don't see me doing it is because I lost all of that. I don't have them people no more. And once I know that motherfuckers ain't fucking with shit like that, I can't really fuck with them. It's like it's over with. They just gonna hold you back. Okay? They just want to be workers. Right? And that's the way where you cut out the corporations. Now obviously you get the money. You might use it for bullshit. It is what it is. I know I'm not, right? I want to use that money to create my own businesses, my own corporations that are going to be better and treat my people better. You know what I'm saying? Right? And like I say, that's the shit that they're going to kill me for. Or they would kill me for if I get to there. But other than that, that's the whole point is that I'm trying to spread this somewhat so people have the idea. So there's always somebody to replace that person that dies. Okay? That's how it went. And you look at the American shit. Malcolm X, all the motherfuckers dying, motherfuckers get out. Oh, so they don't want to do no shit no more. Never been soldiers, but everybody want to talk about how being. So many people that are not in the streets want to talk about being tough. The people in the streets want to talk about being tough. Listen, I see a whole bunch of bitches. I don't care how much times I bitched up in my life. I see a whole bunch of bitches because I was never given the opportunity to fight for higher level shit. Okay, y'all have been had chance to do this shit and you won't do it at all. And they didn't give you the fucking tools to do it. Like I say, with the streaming and all that shit, they're still gonna be there because this is where you get your money from, right? But my thing is, all you gotta do is reroute the money. You don't give as much money back. Because like I said, these people I want to expand, expand, expand. Think about it. These people expand their corporations, right? Because these are the people who like capitalism, right? Right? Oh, my jaw. Got Team J. These are people who, the people who suck capitalism's dick, right? I easily show you how stupid those people are, right? When you look at it, these corporations, they take a whole bunch of money from us, right? Millions of people, depending on the company, billions of people buying the products, right? Over time, right? First of all, they always want to grow their shit. That's one thing. And if the population don't grow, then it doesn't make sense. The second is they're not giving that money back. Most of that money going back if they open another plant, another plantation, another, office, which is just a nicer plantation, right? First of all, tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions, is gonna go into the building alone. So that money's that money's gone. It's not gone. It's there in the building, obviously in the land, but it's not coming back to you. It will never come back to you, right? The only time that money's gonna come back is through jobs. They're gonna create jobs, and most of those jobs are still gonna be minimum wage to like decent wage. Like it's gonna be 20. Well, I don't know. It's like 17. It's different, you know. The I think it's 17.20 over here in minimum wage, so that's probably still around 30K something, right? So motherfuckers still making 30K. You can work full time and still only make 30K, maybe 40K a month. And that's most of the jobs that they're giving out. Yeah, you're gonna have a couple to the 60, the managers and the operation managers and CEOs make 100K and up to millions. Okay, but like understand though, some of these companies make billions a year. Understand that. That money's not coming back to you. That's why I came up with the plan of doing giveaways, having a certain amount of giveaways for my Twitch, right? Which is funny because one of them giveaways is the reason why I even got this 50 shit. But something is, I don't know. I don't know if they're catching on to my shit and they just not showing people. But now I'm trying to give you more money. It was only 20 bucks. Before I was giving like $10. Now it's 20. Now I'm thinking of putting 50, right? Just because I haven't, it took so long to give away and I got more money now. But it's like nobody is really look. So I'm like, I don't know if they're fucking with me or what. That's why I need people to share this shit. I don't know if they're fucking with it because they know what the nigga gotta do. Because I feel like they've been listening to us for a long time. Like on all our devices, they've been listening to us, right? So yeah, basically though, this was what I wanted to do, and this is what I was saying. Like through Twitch, if people don't even have to um watch the shit. You know, everyone has their old laptops, the desktops. You can put that on. You can put on the screen stream, go outside or do what you want to do before you go to work. Before if it's at that time, right? You could put on a video, YouTube video. You could do all type of shit. Run a playlist, and that's just gonna be playing while you're at work or while you're just outside doing it. Or you could be at home. You can watch the motherfucking kites and that. You can watch the fucking peanut. You can watch the people, but you can have your on your phone or like a old iPhone. You can run someone like me's, right? Or your like I said, if you're doing this with your family members and shit, you could do all that, right? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, so that's basically it. I might have to do this video again though, cause I'll be like fucking up though. My brain just be everywhere. That's that I think I really do got ADHD, which my mother didn't want to listen to those people. But when I look at how I was in school, like yeah, I probably had it. I just had a hyper focus one, so I could focus at certain times. Super focus, right? So that's the whole thing about just circular, right? You just want to keep going down this path. Y'all just want to keep on going down this path, right? And I need to start clipping this shit better. You need to start going down this path, and then most of the money is gonna trickle to these motherfuckers, right? And then all you do is guys just complain about the shit when you don't think of an idea how to cut these people out, right? And it's because you're stupid. And it's just it sounds fucked up, but like I just realized that God made stupid people. God made people that can't really think. You can't really think. If you I could kind of tell like certain people when they ask questions, it's like they don't sit down and think. Because if you sit down and thought for even maybe 5 minutes, right? Which probably, with someone like me, I can do that while I'm doing other shit. So it might be hard for you. But if you can't do that, then that's why you don't understand what to do. Me, I understand what to do, but y'all, people like you always hate people like me. We have a, it's like, and I'm not the smartest, but it's like I just can say I got a little intelligence. Something with the stupid people and little, we fight a lot because you guys want to be in control. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's narcissism. I don't know what it is. Anyways, yeah. So if I don't have to make another video, I probably gotta do. I'm gonna continue to make videos like this till I find people that understand this shit, right? Basically, that's it. You cut it. So, and I don't want to be the big boss of the world, dog. So you could do this with your family. I just ask you, especially for black people, because I'm doing this for black people, right? Certain type of black people though. So, when it gets to certain areas, it might be, you know what I mean? You know, but we already having those problems. FBAs and all the different identities, and we figuring ourselves out. That's why we need to focus on ourselves the most. But any race could do this. Anybody can do this, bro. You can all do this. Some of your religions even tell you to do shit like this, right? Because they know that this shit is evil. This shit is evil. That's why it's tied to a lot of fucked up shit, right? So what the point is that we still have to work for these people. They're running the world, right? And they're running the world. But the point is just to reroute the money. So instead of it go down, go all the way through the circle, through this shit, boom, right? Because oh yeah, this is I'm probably have to make a new video for this too, right? Once you start making a certain amount of money, you become the corporation. You become the business. The point is though is that you cannot become as evil as them. You can't become as fucked up as them. And that's what God has a plan for you. I can't control that. You know what I'm saying? I already tell people if you see me start flipping a certain type of way, the devil got me. So you can do whatever you want. You can kill me. It's cool. If I ever start acting a certain type of way, you can get the fuck rid of me. Right? It's no joke. Same shit Kanye said. I mean, they didn't say that, but they said, they got me. I'll let you know, like if I'm talking different from this shit, they got me. Do what you want with that. You know what I'm saying? Take the torch. You know what I mean? But yeah, basically, yeah. So once you cut these people out, you start making the business, right? And you start being fair with people in their business, right? You understand these are billions of trillions of dollars that they're playing with. They're keeping most of it. That's why none of us really know a billionaire, know a trillionaire. We gotta look up to celebrities, and then celebrities are they're slaves too. That's why they can even get $1 billion. Who who's saying? No, yeah, they say billion. Dr. Dre and them, they approaching $1 billion, right? But they're part of the system. You think? Trust me, all them motherfuckers they knew about Epstein's Island. How the fuck you start getting $1 billion and not know about people buying islands? They know about that shit, and I always thought about that shit as a kid. You know, as a kid when you see the videos, movies and shit, when they have their little island, not even the movies, just not the islands, just anything they put in the movies. You could do that shit yourself. You can hide that shit, right? But the point is they got the money. And that's the thing you gotta say too. Like everyone wants to, oh, you want the people to put them in jail. Listen, you're feeding these people. You are feeding these people. You're feeding them money so then they can go feed themselves with babies. Right? And someone like me, you could a decade ago I knew about that shit. Once I started learning about that shit, I knew about that shit. Young Pharaoh and all that shit. He's saying all that shit. He just said too much shit about the Bible, you know. It's gonna come through. People are gonna, oh, the elite did this. Yeah, the elite did it, but it's really through, on behalf, like, not behalf, but God allowed it. Because you know why? He was talking too much shit about the Bible. So that's where he got fucked up at. Yeah, I realized that shit's some real shit. But yeah, I'm gonna cut this video up. I probably gotta make some more because I be fucking up. I be going everywhere with this shit. So I'm gonna try to like make specific shorter videos. Might cut this up too.